Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, Carolina! Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The 2 teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield for Marshall. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards the pickup there.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Mayfield looks to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
On fourth down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned teams down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones. They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. The Giants at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Jones. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno. Well, they sit him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. There he goes left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Extra point up and through. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that. I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Jones. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Jones with a handoff to Barkley, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A gain of 3, second down. 17-0 our score after 1. Second and 7. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jones going to get this out wide to Tony. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
third down, Barkley. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Mayfield to throw it. There's Trimble, the tight end. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Mayfield now. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Watkins. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Panthers 24, Giants nothing.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that'll be caught by Tony. Jones finding Tony for a Giants first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Out out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Barkley, inside handoff. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
That's a gain of 4. Present 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Tony. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make it 24-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
At
the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jones on 1st down. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Michael Pittman from 13 yards out. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gano the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. He's got room past the 30, and he'll be out right at the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up the middle with Barkley. And this will be a Giants 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Jones off the bootleg. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They go play action. Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Throwing, Mayfield. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
We'll get this up to about the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 44, Mayfield. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Mayfield on play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They're going for it with the option right, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
The score, Panthers 31, Giants 17.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he gets us to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. A handoff to Barkley. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Going quickly out to the right side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson to return. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jones. And this is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they will take a knee here. Finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Panthers, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm stepping on the scene